Welcome back to the kitchen, everyone, for another episode of Cork and Board, pairing good food with good wine. Today, we're doing a bit of an experiment. I have right here a half bottle of Chateau Fontaine 2016 Sauternes wine. But here's the thing. I've never actually had a Sauternes before. All I know is that it's a very sweet white wine out of the Bordeaux region in France. The tasting notes for this particular one read stone fruits and honey is going to be the primary flavors. So we're going to be heading into the dessert realm for this episode and making some lovely pecan squares to go with this. I have no idea how this is going to taste. I don't know if I'm going to like it, but you know what? I've always wanted to try it. So let's dive on in and get cooking. So pecan squares are a very simple recipe of just three things layered over graham crackers: butter, brown sugar, and pecans. All you're going to want to do is place an equal quantity of each into a food processor and let it go. In the case of a full oven sheet, you're going to want about a cup of each. Just put them in and turn on your food processor. And you're just going to want to let this go until your mixture becomes a nice, even paste with the pecans completely pulverized. Just take that out, take your tray of graham crackers, and layer it over nice and smooth in an even coat. Now these graham crackers are homemade due to gluten intolerance, but the original recipe calls for simple store-bought ones, and that's perfectly fine as well. Just get that into a nice, even coating over everything, and then preheat your oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. You're going to want to cook these for about 10 to 15 minutes, or until all surfaces are bubbling, especially the middle, because that's what's going to take the longest. So I initially took an inspection after about 10-12 minutes. Look at this. This is actually a little underdone, so I left it in for a little bit longer and ended up overdoing it to get this nice caramelized side to it. Take that out of the oven and let it sit to cool. In the meantime, you're going to want to take this moment to cork your wine. You've got a few minutes to wait, so you might as well get onto it. Now, for a Sauternes wine, you're going to want to use a dessert wine glass, which, as you can see, is much, much smaller than your regular wine glass because the wine is so sweet. But now that that's done, our pecan squares have cooled. Just cut them up into squares with a sharp knife, and you're ready to go. Alright guys, wine's been poured, squares have been baked. Let's see how this pairs up. Start with a Sauternes wine. Never had this before. Wow. Oh, that's really sweet, but there's actually an acidity that balances it off in the wine itself, so it's not overbearing. It's not like you're chugging syrup or anything, but still a very sweet wine. Let's see how it tastes with the pecan squares. These are a little overdone. There's a bit more of a caramelized flavor to them in this one. Still good though. Gotta love that crumbly goodness. Now, how is it with the wine? Much more palatable, actually. The sweetness has abated a little bit thanks to the sweetness in the pecan squares, but the caramelization really helps to balance off that nice bitterness. And the acidity is not present anymore, so it's still a nice sweet wine. It's more neutral in that respect. You get a bit more of the fruit flavor with the pecan squares present. Overall, I'd say this is a nice pairing. Would I have it frequently? Probably not. This wine is a little sweet, but great pairing altogether. Lovely to have tried the Sauternes for the first time. Thank you guys for watching Cork and Board. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more of these, or to even suggest details of recipes you want us to try. I'm Chris Ormrod. See you guys next time. Bye-bye.